The alarm goes off early in the morning. The room is quiet. The world outside is still sleeping. In that silence, a simple truth exists. Nobody cares about your dreams as much as you do. That truth might sound harsh at first. It might feel uncomfortable. But the moment you accept it, something powerful happens inside you. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for motivation. You stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Because the reality of life is simple. The world rewards results, not excuses. Every day, millions of people wake up with dreams. They want success. They want respect. They want freedom. They want a better life. But wanting something is easy. Talking about it is easy. Posting about it on social media is easy. Doing the work, that is where most people disappear. Nobody cares if you feel tired. Nobody cares if you feel unmotivated. Nobody cares if things are difficult. The world keeps moving. Bills keep coming. Time keeps passing. And the gap between the people who succeed and the people who stay stuck grows bigger every single day. This is not meant to discourage you. In fact, it should do the opposite. Because once you realize that nobody is coming to save you, you finally understand something powerful. Your life is in your hands. No teacher, no boss, no friend, no motivational video can do the work for you. They can inspire you. They can guide you. But they cannot wake up at 5 a.m. for you. They cannot train when you feel lazy. They cannot study when you feel distracted. They cannot push through the pain when things get uncomfortable. That responsibility belongs to you. And the people who succeed in life understand this better than anyone. They stop looking for sympathy. They stop complaining about circumstances. They stop blaming the past. Instead, they develop one powerful habit. They work harder than everyone else. While others are scrolling, they are learning. While others are sleeping, they are building. While others are talking, they are executing. And at first, nobody notices. Nobody claps. Nobody congratulates them. Nobody believes in them. But they keep going. Because the strongest mindset you can ever develop is this. Do the work even when nobody is watching. Think about the athletes who dominate their sport. Think about the entrepreneurs who build billion-dollar companies. Think about the people who transform their lives from nothing to something extraordinary. What do they all have in common? It is not luck. It is not talent alone. It is discipline. It is consistency. It is the ability to show up every day even when they do not feel like it. Most people only work when they feel motivated. Successful people work even when they feel nothing, even when they feel tired, even when they feel bored, even when they feel like quitting, because they understand something the average person does not. Hard work compounds. One day of effort may not change your life. 1 week of discipline may not transform your future, but months of focus, years of consistency, that is unstoppable. The problem is that most people quit too early. They work hard for a few days and expect immediate results. They go to the gym for 2 weeks and expect a transformation. They start a business for 3 months and expect success. When it doesn't happen quickly, they give up. But the truth is, success is slow. Progress is invisible in the beginning. For a long time, it feels like nothing is happening. You are working. You are learning. You are sacrificing. And the world still does not notice you. But something is happening. Your discipline is growing. Your skills are improving. Your mindset is getting stronger. And slowly, the person you used to be begins to disappear. This is the phase where most people fail. Not because they are incapable, but because they underestimate how long greatness takes. They want recognition too early. They want validation too soon. They want results before the work is finished. But champions understand patience. They understand that greatness is built quietly, day by day, hour by hour, rep by rep, step by step. And that is why the phrase, "nobody cares, work harder," is not negative. It is empowering, because it removes the illusion that someone else will carry you. It reminds you that your future depends on your actions. If you want a different life, you must become a different person. If you want success, you must develop stronger habits. If you want respect, you must earn it through effort. Nobody is going to hand it to you. The truth is, the world does not care about potential. The world cares about performance. There are millions of talented people who never succeed Why? Because talent without discipline is wasted. Dreams without action are meaningless. Ideas without execution are invisible. You cannot just wish for a better life. You must build it, brick by brick, day by day. And the work required is not always exciting. Sometimes it is boring. Sometimes it is frustrating. Sometimes it feels like you are stuck. But those are the moments that separate the winners from everyone else. When things get hard, most people slow down. They wait. They hesitate. They doubt themselves. But the few who succeed, they lean into the difficulty. They push harder. They focus deeper. They remind themselves why they started. Because they know something powerful. Pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. Years from now, you either look back with pride or with regret. You will either say, I gave everything I had, or you will say, I wish I had tried harder. And the difference between those two futures is determined by what you do today, right now, in this moment, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Because every day you are either building momentum or losing it. Every day you are either getting stronger or staying the same. Every day you are either moving toward your dream or away from it. And nobody else will make that decision for you. Your parents cannot do it. Your friends cannot do it. Your boss cannot do it. Only you can. So if you truly want success, stop waiting for people to care. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for motivation. Instead, develop a mindset that changes everything. Work harder than yesterday. When others quit early, you stay longer. When others make excuses, you take responsibility. When others doubt you, you prove them wrong through action. Because one day, something incredible will happen. The same people who ignored you will start asking questions. The same people who doubted you will start noticing. The same people who laughed at your dreams will suddenly respect your results. But by that time, you will already understand the truth. You did not succeed because people cared. You succeeded because you refused to stop working. And that mindset, that relentless work ethic, is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. So remember this every single day you wake up. Nobody cares. Work harder. There will be days when the motivation disappears. Days when the alarm rings and every part of your body tells you to stay in bed. Days when the work feels heavier than usual. Days when progress feels invisible. Those are the moments that truly test who you are becoming. Because working hard when you feel motivated is easy. Anyone can do that. But working hard when you feel tired, frustrated, and overlooked, that is where champions are built. The truth is, the world is full of people who start strong. January comes and the gyms are packed. New businesses launch. Big goals are announced. Social media fills with declarations of change. But by March, most of that energy is gone. The gym gets quiet again. The goals are forgotten. The excitement fades. Why? Because most people fall in love with motivation instead of discipline. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the weather. One day you feel unstoppable, and the next day you feel nothing at all. Discipline is different. Discipline shows up even when you don't feel ready. Discipline pushes you to do the work when your mind is full of excuses. Discipline says, I don't care how you feel today. The work still needs to be done. And if you truly want to change your life, discipline must become your closest ally. Because the reality is simple. Success is built on the days you didn't feel like trying. Think about it. Anyone can work hard when everything is going well, when the results are showing, when people are praising you, when progress feels exciting. But the real transformation happens during the quiet days, the days when nobody notices your effort, the days when nobody congratulates you, the days when it feels like you're moving forward alone. Those are the days that build resilience. Those are the days that strengthen your mind. Those are the days that separate the people who dream from the people who actually achieve something. Most people want success, but they are not willing to endure the loneliness that often comes with the journey. Because working towards something meaningful can feel isolating. Your friends might not understand your focus. Your family might question your sacrifices. People around you may choose comfort while you choose growth. And sometimes that difference creates distance. But understand this. Every person who has ever achieved something great walked through that same phase. There was a period in their life where nobody believed in the vision except them, a period where their effort looked pointless to others, a period where quitting would have been easy, but they kept going. They kept showing up. They kept putting in the work long after the excitement disappeared. And eventually, the results began to speak louder than the doubts. You see, hard work has a way of revealing itself over time. At first, nobody sees it. Then people begin to notice small changes. Then suddenly it looks like success happened overnight. But there is no such thing as overnight success. What people call overnight success is usually years of unseen effort finally becoming visible. Years of early mornings. Years of late nights. Years of failure, learning, adjusting, and trying again. The problem is that most people only see the final result. They see the successful entrepreneur. They see the athlete holding the trophy. They see the confident person who seems unstoppable. What they don't see are the thousands of hours of struggle that built that version of the person. They don't see the sacrifices. They don't see the doubt. They don't see the moments where quitting felt like the easiest option. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to one simple decision. When things get hard, do you stop or do you push forward? Because difficulty is not a sign that you should quit. Difficulty is often a sign that you are growing. Your mind is being challenged. Your habits are being reshaped. Your limits are being expanded. Growth always feels uncomfortable at first. When you start exercising, your muscles burn. When you start learning new skills, your brain struggles. When you push beyond your comfort zone, fear appears. But that discomfort is not your enemy. It is proof that you are evolving. And the people who achieve extraordinary things understand how to use that discomfort as fuel. Instead of avoiding challenges, they chase them. Instead of running from hard work, they lean into it. Instead of asking, why is this so difficult? They ask, how can this make me stronger? This mindset changes everything. Because when you stop fearing difficulty, you unlock a new level of potential. Suddenly, obstacles become opportunities. Failures become lessons. Struggles become stepping stones. And the journey that once felt overwhelming becomes something powerful. But this transformation requires honesty with yourself. You must stop making excuses. Excuses are the comfort zone of the average mind. I'm too tired. I don't have enough time. I'll start tomorrow. I'm not ready yet. These phrases sound harmless, but over time they quietly destroy dreams. Because every excuse pushes action further into the future. And the future has a dangerous habit of never arriving. Successful people think differently. They understand that waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. There will always be obstacles. There will always be uncertainty. There will always be reasons to delay. So instead of waiting for the perfect moment, they create momentum. They start before they feel ready. They learn while they move. They grow through action. And that consistent action builds confidence. Confidence is not something you magically wake up with. Confidence is built through repeated effort, through showing up again and again, through keeping promises to yourself. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your character. Every time you finish what you started, you build trust with yourself. And over time, that trust becomes unshakable belief. You start to realize that you are capable of far more than you once believed. But it all begins with a simple mindset shift. Stop expecting people to notice your effort. Stop expecting encouragement from the world. Stop expecting applause for doing what you said you would do. Because the truth remains the same. Nobody cares. And that is exactly why you must keep working harder. Not for attention, not for validation, but for the person you are becoming in the process. Because the work is not just building your future. The work is building you. At some point in your journey, you will face a moment that changes everything. A moment where the pressure feels heavy, where the progress feels slow, where the voice inside your head starts asking a dangerous question. Is this even worth it? Every person chasing something meaningful eventually faces that moment. It's the point where the excitement is gone, the results are still far away, and the work feels endless. This is where most people quit. Not because they are incapable, not because their dreams were impossible, but because they underestimated how difficult the middle of the journey would feel. The beginning is exciting. Starting something new feels powerful. You have energy, ideas, and hope. The end is rewarding. Success brings recognition, freedom, and respect. But the middle is quiet, repetitive, and often frustrating. It's waking up early when nobody is watching. It's putting in hours of work that nobody sees. It's sacrificing comfort while others enjoy instant gratification. And during this phase, it can feel like the world has forgotten about you. But the truth is, this middle phase is where real transformation happens. This is where your character is built. This is where your discipline is tested. This is where you decide whether your goals are just wishes or real commitments. Because when things become difficult, you only have two choices. You can slow down and return to comfort, or you can push forward and become stronger. Most people choose comfort. Comfort is easy. It asks nothing from you. It allows you to stay the same. But staying the same has a cost. Years pass quickly. Opportunities disappear. Regret slowly replaces ambition. One day you wake up and realize that the dreams you once had been buried under years of hesitation. That realization is painful. And the saddest part is that many people reach that moment knowing they could have done more. They could have tried harder. They could have stayed consistent. They could have refused to quit. But they allowed temporary discomfort to defeat long-term potential. You cannot let that happen to you, because the future you want will demand more effort than the present version of you is used to giving. It will demand stronger habits, greater focus, more patience, more resilience, and most importantly, it will demand persistence. Persistence is one of the rarest qualities in the world today. People start things, but they rarely finish them. They get excited about ideas, but they struggle with execution. They dream about success, but they avoid the daily grind required to achieve it. But those who refuse to quit become unstoppable, not because they are the smartest, not because they are the most talented, but because they outlast everyone else. When others give up, they keep going. When others slow down, they keep pushing. When others doubt themselves, they keep believing in the work. And eventually, persistence begins to create results. Small victories start appearing. Confidence begins to grow. Momentum begins to build. And the same journey that once felt impossible begins to feel achievable. But none of this happens if you stop too soon. Success often hides just beyond the point where most people decide to quit. One more month of effort. One more week of discipline. One more day of pushing forward. Sometimes that small extra push is the difference between failure and breakthrough. So when a voice in your mind tells you to stop, remind yourself why you started. Remember the version of yourself that dreamed of something bigger. Remember the pain of staying stuck. Remember the life you are trying to build. Because your future is not created by one big moment of effort. It is created by hundreds of small decisions made every single day. The decision to wake up early. The decision to keep learning. The decision to keep working when others relax. The decision to continue even when nobody is cheering for you. Those small decisions compound over time. They shape your habits. They shape your mindset. They shape your identity. And eventually, they shape your destiny. One day, the struggle you are facing today will become the story that inspires someone else. One day, the discipline you are building now will create the life you once dreamed about. But that future only belongs to the people who refuse to give up during the hard days. So when things feel heavy, remember the simple truth. Nobody cares about how difficult your journey is. The world only notices the results. That's why you must keep pushing, keep building, keep improving, and most importantly, keep working harder than yesterday. One day, everything will make sense. The early mornings, the long nights, the sacrifices no one understood, the moments when you felt completely alone on your journey. Right now, it might feel like your effort is invisible, like the work you're putting in is going unnoticed, like nobody truly understands how hard you are trying. And the truth is, most people don't. But that was never the point. The point was never to impress people. The point was never to receive applause. The point was never to prove your worth to the world. The point was to build a version of yourself that refuses to quit. Because along this journey, something powerful has been happening inside you. Every day you chose discipline over comfort. You became stronger. Every time you pushed forward despite doubt, you built resilience. You started changing. Your mindset became tougher. Your focus became sharper. Your standards became higher. The person who once waited for motivation slowly disappeared, and in their place emerged someone who understands the value of relentless effort. And that transformation is far more powerful than temporary recognition, because success is not just about reaching a destination. It's about becoming the kind of person who is capable of achieving it. The world might not care about your struggle today, but one day they will see the results. They will see the confidence you built. They will see the discipline you developed. They will see the life you created through persistence. And suddenly people will say things like, "You're lucky. You made it look easy. You succeeded so fast." But you will know the truth. You will remember the days when quitting felt tempting. You will remember the moments when nobody believed in your vision. You will remember the quiet hours of hard work that nobody saw, because that's how real success is built. Quietly, patiently, relentlessly. So as you move forward in your journey, remember this simple mindset that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Stop waiting for people to care. Stop looking for validation. Stop expecting the world to notice your effort. Instead, focus on becoming better every single day. Push harder. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. And keep going long after the excitement disappears. Because in the end, the people who win in life are not always the most talented or the most fortunate. They are simply the ones who refuse to stop working. So whenever life gets difficult, whenever doubt creeps into your mind, remind yourself of the mindset that started it all. Nobody cares. Work harder. Flex biceps.